Is this a must-win
Raiders?
game
No shame in being worse than the Raiders. They've asked
for Philadelphia?
I think it is, bro. I think that even without A.J. Brown, who is, I know this was something that for you burned hot and fast, but a prime candidate.
For what?
A.J. Brown's hamstring.
Hey.
What's going on? I mean, it is.
How'd you?
I mean, a prime candidate, KW.
Hey.
It's a weird one.
Hey.
And
Out of nowhere.
because the weird. Let me just address that real quick, I guess. Tell me if I have this right. They played Sunday, obviously. Monday, you go to the facility, but you're not practicing. You're watching film or lifting weights or whatever. Tuesday's day off. Wednesday, he did not practice. So there was no practice between the game and when he missed practice. So he hurt his hamstring in the game, but I watched him in the game, and he was awesome.
Late in the game.
Late in the game, he caught.
Things like this.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking.
Where after the game, something you didn't feel?
Well, you play through, or if it happens late, you finish the game or whatever. But again, we don't see exactly when it happens. Maybe he'll speak to it, maybe he won't.
The only part of that timeline that I left out was the very ominous, odd Instagram post. So this is why
You don't want an Instagram post hamstring injury platter.
This is why brilliant television mind Kevin Wildes invented. Hey, what's going on? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
With that said, Brew, you can't get swept by the Giants. And the Saquon stuff, Wild showed one graphic, I'll show another.
Okay, I'm going to make two separate videos out of this. I just want to, because this is two completely different conversations. I want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles game itself versus the Giants. But then as they're talking and Nick is trying to make a whole big deal about the hamstring issue and Greg Jennings is like, just stop it. I want to separate this. So if you're watching this video, just know that I also posted another video about the Eagles and the Giants specifically, which we will talk about and do a better deep dive into this. Because this really irks me. A.J. Brown has been dealing with like a hamstring issue for like essentially the last like 3 years. Like it's like there's always some sort of tweak. Every time he gets hit and he gets tackled and he's like on the ground, he like the way how he always like gets up and the way how he like rocks his body, you're always like, oh, are you gonna start to, grab an agony of your hamstring? Like people that are trying to like pinpoint when exactly he got hurt, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that that's where we're at right now. I mean, AJ had the hamstring injury last season, where he missed games. He had the hamstring injury this season in training camp and whatnot. It's so ridiculous to try to act like there's something, something weird going on with regards to that. Right, like now AJ Brown is like, I'm not playing. Like he's just gonna sit out of this game or something, or that he's trying to use leverage somewhere. It's just ridiculous to me to even imply that without really saying, right, I'm not saying it, but I'm just asking the question. Like, it's just ridiculous. If AJ Brown has not had this injury issue in the past, then I could understand. But he literally missed games last year. Was he trying to send a message last season? I don't think so. And the fact that, right, for a hamstring injury that people are trying to pinpoint exactly where it is and whatnot, it just, man, it's crazy. It really, really is. People have now focused more on AJ Brown's hamstring and when it actually occurred and what the status is and why it is, more than Jalen Hurts' incredible game against the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, just like, think about that. Think about how ridiculous that is. It's just crazy. I don't know if there's other words for it, honestly. It's just ridiculous to me. It really, they so desperately want the drama want this Eagles team to pop. Remember, I mean, they kept pushing and pushing, and someone in the comment section said this so beautifully. I made the video about with Hurts and the Eagles, and I think it was after Jalen had that, had the game against the Minnesota Vikings, and Bruce like, last season they were saying like, oh, I think they're gonna need Jalen to continue to play like this and throw the ball more, and he's like, last season we would have been crazy to say that they need to throw the ball more. And someone in the comments said was like, that's exactly what you guys said all last year, that they have to throw the ball more, that they have to throw the ball more, that they have to throw the ball more. And it's just like they just desperately want this to just all boil over. They just desperately want it to all boil over. Just even, talking about the run game. I skipped the one clip from the Herd with because it was just like a Herd Line news segment where J-Mac was just like talking about the run game and how he's like, what's going on with Saquon? Like what's the problem here? And it's just like, the O-line is the problem. Like, it's nothing to do with Saquon. There's been O-line issues. And now I think there's more injuries that are coming to, I think it's not just AJ that's not playing. I think Cam Jurgens isn't playing, at least from the time of me recording this video. I don't believe Cam Jurgens is playing. So, we'll see how, by the time you're watching this video, maybe it's already all, cut and dry. So I don't know if I'm anticipating the run game getting, that much better necessarily. And Kevin Patullo hasn't done a good enough job of trying to be able to, get the ball in his hands in space and an ability where he can, succeed. But it's just like, they just desperately want to find, reasons for issues that either don't exist, or they want to find reasons that that try to prove a point that they had tried to make prior, and they just want it desperately to be true. Like Nick going into the season kept saying, I think AJ Brown's going to be unhappy, AJ Brown, blah, blah, AJ Brown, they're going to have to trade him, this, that, and the third. And he just desperately wants that to come to fruition. He desperately wants that. He wants so badly AJ Brown to be getting in fights and arguments and reading books on the sideline, and all, desperately wants Saquon Barkley to have his better years past him and whatnot. Like there's just that trying to speak this all into existence. And to be fair, AJ Brown's not doing himself any favors with the posts and stuff that he's making, which I've always been very firm that I'm never a fan of and don't like. But I've also said I had a live stream on Thursday, and people were asking me about AJ's like posts, stuff like that, and I was like, I honestly don't even know how to make sense of it. I was like, because I don't know what he's even really actually saying. Like I think I'm pretty good at deciphering a lot of the talk and human behavior and whatnot. I'm pretty skilled at that, but I genuinely am like, I don't really know what he's getting at necessarily. So if that's the case, I'm not gonna think about it too much or lose too much sleep over it. But I just take issue trying to now point to his hamstring and trying to be like, I don't know, this feels a little weird, it's a little suspicious, and it's just like, okay, whatever you say. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about AJ Brown and the drama that he's bringing to Philadelphia? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.